You tell me that the mayor and all these other chiefs didn't know that Fat Joe is a known felon or Nicki Minaj and stuff like that.
Fat Joe is.
Like, but I'm saying there's all these other like higher executives that hang out with known felons and stuff, and then nothing happens to them. Like the mayor gave the key to the city to Puff Daddy.
Mayor is not
You know what I mean?
NYPD.
I know, I understand, but him as a public official, he shouldn't be hanging out.
Service.
All right.
See,
so on a technicality, yes.
Your way of thinking is
right, but that's the mentality of the of internal affairs.
No, is you don't think things through. You act on impulse.
Right.
And you did what you think is right because you're playing your mental gymnastics, saying this is what I think is right, and you're gonna do it.
Okay, so
and you did it, which got you fired.
Let me explain.
So those are the 3 things out of many other things that got you fired, but you never mentioned on any of
I did mention it. I did mention
podcast
it. I did mention it. I did mention it. I did mention it. I did. Okay, and I'm gonna explain it now, like I explained before. Okay, because you're bringing it up like I'm playing fake victim here.
No,
which is not true.
No, I'm not saying you're playing fake victim.
Okay,
but don't.
I'm gonna tell you the full story.
I'm gonna tell you the full story on one side of the story and not the other.
I understand.
Have a good balance.
I understand. I did talk about it. I talk about it when they GO me on it and stuff like that. It actually made the newspapers.
IB did not get you fired. You got yourself fired.
No. Well, I fucked up. I gave them extra ammo. Excuse my language. I gave them the ammo that they needed.
You gave them the noose.
But they're all technicalities.
No.
Yes, because everybody on the force is doing it. It's just they took. It was a problem for me to do it because I was being targeted. Right. So
nobody's running plate numbers. That they're not supposed to.
Are you kidding me?
Nobody's going on podcasts talking.
I'm not running plate numbers on a computer though.
Without going to
everybody
permission from DCPI.
All right. So,
nobody is hanging out with known felons.
Okay. So I went on the podcast. You want to keep bringing up the fucking podcast. I went on Lucky Boy podcast, right? And they asked me because I was running for state assembly at the time, right? And my whole platform was police can't police themselves. Right? I want to create a state agency, a public agency that will oversee the NYPD, something like the CCRB or something like that, right? Because IAB's all messed up, it's corrupt, it's smoke and mirrors, it doesn't work, right? It's a broken system, it doesn't work. So I was trying to come up with something else. So that's why I ran for politics. And when I ran for politics, they asked me, oh, come on the show, because at that time, I was also doing protests for Asian rights, right? Stop Asian hate, they can't burn us all, stuff like that, right? Because during COVID. Okay, I was hanging out with China Mac because China Mac was doing all these protests and stuff, and I helped him organize on that stuff, right? Which is why the protests were so peaceful. Okay, we did all this stuff. I wasn't hanging out with him, going to the club and chilling and stuff like that, eating dinner and all this. No, we weren't plotting crimes or stuff like that. That's criminal association to me, right? For you just to be out there in public doing public stuff for the public.
Patrol guide, it's black and white. It says, do not associate with known felons, and that's it. That's it.
Right, but what it should say is do not.
You want to change the patrol guide? Are you in that position of power to change the patrol guide?
That's what the answer came up to, where it was
that's
like, if they told me to come back to help change stuff, yes, I would.
You're thinking, okay, I'm smart enough to outsmart the police department?
No, I wasn't trying to outsmart them. I wasn't trying to outsmart the system.
Because
I'm trying to expose the system.
Guess what? That line right there, cannot associate with a known felon. A lot of minorities get jammed up with that.
That's not true. Sal Greco got jammed up on it. He's Italian, right? He got jammed up on it for being friends with Roger Stone, right? And Roger Stone was pardoned. He wasn't even a felon anymore, right? And they still fired him for it. You know what I mean? It's because if they don't like you, they'll catch you on a technicality and go full force on it.
So that's why.
I agree.
That is why it's so vague. That's number one.
I agree.
So why give them the ammo?
Right. I agree. I gave them unnecessary ammo. I agree. I did it because it was necessary at the time because I'm not going to stand back
So it's
and watch
necessary-
Asians get attacked and not fucking do anything. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to protect my people and I'm going to work with China Mac. Even though he's a fucking known felon, I'm going to work with him and help with the people because we weren't doing crimes. We were speaking for our Asian people that were being under attack at the time. People were getting murdered. People were getting pushed on the tracks. People were getting raped. People were getting hit. For what?
Okay, so that's very admirable what you did, but is it worth it?
Tough
Did you get the outcome that you thought you were going to get?
No, I did
Okay.
not. Absolutely not.
Now-
But morally, was it worth it? Yes.
And you would do it again?
Morally, I would do it again, but I would probably approach it differently. With your advice, I would probably
Because
do it by the books.
If I knew you back then,
Right.
I would say, do what you do, leave China Mac out of it, right? Stick with your protest, do everything you need to do for the community. Leave China Mac out of it. Don't associate with him.
It was
with
China
your
Mac's
cell phone.
idea.
You don't get my point.
I understand what you're saying. I understand. You
don't get
you
my
don't want
point.
to be associated with him.
It's his
I
idea.
understand.
You're like, okay, great idea. You run with it.
All right. But let me just show you the twisted.
Without him, and just say China Mac, you do your part, I do my part, and that's it.
Okay.
We're both helping the community.
But let me just show you the
See,
twisted.
There are ways to do things, and there are ways to do things. The way
Right.
to do things with you is you do things
I'm a
your
straightforward
way
guy.
without thinking it through.
No, I'm a straightforward guy. I go straight ahead.
Exactly.
Right. You
act on impulse. You think of something and you run with it.
Right. So, but thing is, even though it may not be following the patrol guide, right? I followed what was right to do. Okay, for instance, for another charge they gave me was failure to report police corruption. Failure to report corruption. The thing was, a person that I met had a used car dealership, whatever. I'm not going to mention his name, right? Because he's probably still going through it. Was being extorted by some Chinese gangs, right? They were taking his cars off the lot. They were not returning them. They were taking him for those Zaga cars and stuff like that and extorting him, right? He got pulled over. He got arrested by the 109. Same people I was investigating and it's trying to expose. He got signed up as a CI, gave up those guys with a person with a gun. They got the heads up from the FIO in the 109. Told the
Field intelligence officer. For
Yeah.
those who don't know.
So the FIO went and told the perp that this guy is trying to give you up with a gun. The perp then went back and told him, he's like, yo, I heard you went to my boy to 109 trying to give me up for a gun. He came to me, he's like, yo, this is what happened. I don't know who to trust. I told him, you have to report it to Department of Investigations, right, the Inspector General, or you have to report it to Internal Affairs. Those are your two options. He says, no, I saw what they did to you, right? Internal Affairs did that to you, whatever. I don't trust them, whatever. I said, okay, let me call my lawyer. At that time, I already had a lawsuit in, right? I already been making noise since 2017, 2018 on this whole thing. That's why when I did the podcast in 2020, it wasn't a new thing for me because I already put in the lawsuit. I was reading it in papers multiple times, right? So the podcast was just like, all right, this is all public information anyway, so let me just repeat it. So whatever the case is, right? But here's the thing, right? I call my lawyer up. He goes, look, I'm working with the Attorney General's office, whatever. I'll report it to them. Don't worry about it. Let me handle it. So I didn't report it to Internal Affairs. The reason why I didn't report it to Internal Affairs is because I don't trust them myself. And I was being targeted by them myself. But they took that as a technicality because in the patrol guide, it says you must report it to Internal Affairs. You can't report it to any other agencies and stuff like that. You have to report it to Internal Affairs, period. So I said, that doesn't make sense. I kind of remember you could report it to Inspector General's office and stuff like that, right? And they're like, no, you have to report it to Internal Affairs. So they took me on a technicality and they added that as a charge. Especially things with the computer checks and stuff like that, it's also people that were suspicious around my house and stuff like that, because I was being constantly watched and constantly being targeted. My wife had to barricade the doors every time I left the house with my newborn child inside the house. My political opponent at that time doxed me and put my address online.
Remember when you took the entrance exam to the NYPD?
Uh-huh.
And they're asking you all these questions over and over again.
Yeah. What questions?
Every word means something. Whether it's a must or may or and
Right.
or.
Right.
You better follow the patrol guy to the T.
I understand that, but at that time, it would put my family in more danger, and I'm not going to do that.
Your mind justified what you did was right, but there are
Yeah.
other ways you could have handled it. If you see a car that's parked in front of your house, you don't go run the plate number to see who it is. You
That's what they give you department cell phone
report
for.
You can report it.
Report to who?
You can report to your local precinct.
Which was the 109.
Then you take it outside, report it to the Department of Investigation.
I did.
That's all you do.
I did.
And leave it at that.
I did.
And leave it at that.
And Department of Investigation didn't do shit. And they actually told me that they can't investigate it because Internal Affairs is investigating it.
So at least it's on file. Now, if anything,
I have it on file.
That's it. So why would you run the plate number? Now you know.
Because
okay, cool.
my
Then
family
what? Then
is
what
in
you gonna
immediate
do?
danger.
Then what are you going to do?
My family's in immediate danger.
So now the plate number comes back to a freaking Joe Schmo. Now what? In this address. What are you going to do?
I know how to prepare myself.
What are you going to do?
I know how to prepare myself.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know how to prepare myself.
Yo, I'm sorry.
I would have took
so direct with you.
No, I
because
appreciate
even though
it.
you're my
I
friend,
appreciate it, bro.
you're my
I appreciate
friend,
it.
But that's how I am.
I appreciate
People
it.
who know me
I
in my inner
appreciate it.
circle,
Mike, I appreciate it.
It's either
It's just
they can take my personality or they can get the
No,
fuck
I
out.
appreciate it. It's just
You
it's
know?
just I want to explain to the people out there why I did what I did, right? And yeah, I understand.
I wish I knew you sooner.
I wish you would have knew me sooner
we
too.
were
I
on
probably
the
would have won
job.
my case.
And I would have. I gave you some advice.
Yeah, I wish that too. I wish that too. But now it's too late. But now it's like, you know what I mean? My case is done, right? It's not done, but it's that stuff is like kind of like behind me now, right? Because they already sent me to jail, right? And all this other stuff. They fired me. They took away my 18-year pension,
My
everything.
advice to you: put it behind you. Move on. Move forward. Go on with new things, new ventures, new everything.
I hate
Put it
you.
all behind you.
I
Because
hate you.
If you keep it, it's just gonna eat you up.
No,
Move forward.
I agree, but a part of me wants to prevent that from happening to somebody else. A part of me is saying, your voice is not being heard enough yet. And I believe in karma. I believe in, the universe, what goes around comes around. I know it's not for me to do. I don't have the power to change things, right? But me alone, no. But now the climate is different now. Because you got the commissioner coming out saying the same exact thing I was saying. Almost the same exact lawsuit I put in, right? Same exact thing. His wife was arrested. The commissioner's wife was arrested. Donald's wife was arrested when he went against the administration. You know what I'm saying? They arrested me, right? Yeah, I understand I shouldn't have been in the club, whatever. I gave him extra ammo. I should have laid low and stuff like that. It was after COVID. It was my friend's birthday. He was like, yo, just come out, release some stress. Because at that time, also, I was depressed. I tried to commit suicide in 2020. I don't know if you know that. I put that out there in the podcast also. I've been seeing a psychiatrist since then, taking medicine since then, stuff like that, right? PTSD, anxiety, depression, all that stuff, right? Now, they were like, look, COVID just happened. We haven't seen each other in a while, right? It's been like maybe a year or 2 years, whatever. Just come out to the club, just relax. It's just gonna be us guys, you know everybody, whatever. Just, you'll be in a comfortable environment. Went to Marquee, whatever. I saw some other friends there that I knew. I said, what's up to them? Then my female friend, she got her ass grabbed. I didn't step in and do, no. I told the bouncer, I said, oh, hold on, let me tell the security officer, because she was pissed off. So I was like, let me tell security. I tell security goes up to the kid, and he goes, oh, my bad, I thought she was somebody else. Ha ha, laughed it off. Young kids, financial guys, right? Fine. Went back, told her. She's like, all right, whatever, forget it. We left it alone. I'm sitting there now, I'm not doing shit. I'm not drinking, nothing. I'm sitting and watching, making sure everybody's all right, because I'm in babysit mode now, right? So I'm like watching that table. Their table's right behind that table. And then it's very close together. So I'm just watching, making sure they're not harassing any other girls. She passes by the table 30 minutes later. She gets a breast grab now.
The second you saw that, you're a cop 24/7. You are obligated to report it, call 911. And it ends right there. That's it.
All right, but at that time I wasn't thinking that. They were like
That's
pushing.
it. There's nothing to talk about.
They were pushing each other.
Because that's why I avoid these places, because you have to take police action if you see some.
I understand that, but for me, the police action was separating them.
No.
Yes,
No.
But
You
listen
are
to me.
off duty. Police
Listen.
action is calling 911.
Listen, the situation is different when you're in it, right? It's always okay to.
You're not a bouncer.
No, listen.
You're
It's
not a
always
security guard.
listen. It's always okay to analyze things after the fact. After the fact, yeah,
No,
I agree.
I'm not
Listen,
playing
Mike.
Monday
Mike,
morning quarterback. I'm not analyzing after the fact
look.
because I know that's what I would do.
After the fact,
Because
yes,
you
I would
have
have
to
done
do
that.
that. According to patrol guide, you have to do that. You're obligated.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
And you cannot leave the scene
No,
without reporting it, because
listen
if
to
they
this.
know you left the scene,
Listen to this.
then
Listen.
you're jammed. You're jammed
Listen.
up.
All right. So at the time, you have to also understand, my mind is not right. At the time, I'm depressed, anxiety. NYPD is constantly retaliating against me. Right. I'm trying to file another lawsuit against them. I foiled them for all my records and stuff like that. Right. And they're constantly watching me and monitoring me. Right. And my mind is like, I'm fucking
If you
stressed.
felt that your mind is not right, you check yourself into the mental hospital.
No.
Until you
I
get
was already
better,
seeing psychiatrist and
because
taking
the
meds
job
for
will
it. It was under
accommodate
control.
you.
Okay, stop. Because what you're saying is triggering me even more, because it's trying to say like, oh, this, that, and dirt. I appreciate what you're saying. I appreciate you seeing the different angles I could have took. But at that time, it wasn't a choice for me.
So according to the newspaper,
It wasn't a choice for me.
you attacked the person who attacked
Right,
the
so
girl.
let me explain what happened. So second time, got grabbed. We thought it was the same person. Second time got grabbed, she's pushing the guy back and forth. I immediately separate. I'm like, chill, go over there. Let me tell the security guard again. Security guard saw it this time. I go, look, you saw what happened. Please, remove the guy, all right? Call the cops, remove the guy, whatever. He goes up to the guy turns his back on her, right? And the security guard, and goes, yeah, I'm good. I'm not going nowhere. And keeps taking shots with his friends. We're standing there like, are you serious? Like, you can't just let him slide with that. Call your supervisor. He goes on the microphone, calls for backup, calls for the supervisor and stuff like that. Then I turn around and I'm like, yo, this is not even my girl. Let me tell the boyfriend, right? It's his problem. It's not my fucking problem. I turn around and tell him the boyfriend to come over here, and then all of a sudden when I turn back around, they're fucking pulling each other back and forth.
You're getting personally involved now.
Okay, so they're pulling each other back and forth, and then I push him off of her, and I do 2 punches and push him back. That's it. There was no injuries, no nothing. That was what they charged me with. Then the boyfriend goes outside, right, and approaches him and sucker punches him and knocks him out and whatever, and starts punching him. And I go, what the fuck? Stop. He stopped right away. His friends now, the kid friend who got knocked out, his friends now coming out trying to jump us, right? And the security guard is holding them back. They end up getting beat up by somebody else. They charged me with acting in concert. That was the charges.
Well, you're downplaying everything, it seems like. Okay, 2 punches and no injuries. But if I throw 2 punches at you and you feel pain, that's still assault.
It wasn't pain. There was no pain.
How you know how he feels?
Because he didn't say, ouch, my head hurts or anything like that.
In your mind, you're just thinking the scenario that you wanted to be played out.
All right, well.
Right? Yeah, you do 2
I'm
punches.
going to
That's it.
be
You're
honest
not-
with you.
You're not
Do I,
supposed to
do
lay
I
your hands
regret
on
the 2 punches? Yes, I regret it because it destroyed my career. Right? But do I regret it morally? Fuck no. You shouldn't be fucking grabbing on girls in the club. You're a fucking creeper. The kid was grabbing and sexually harassing girls in the fucking club. Your wife went to the club with you, or you guys are at dinner somewhere, right? And then some guy comes and fucking or some drunk guy comes and grabs her fucking breast and shit like that. You're not gonna act? I was protecting a friend. So whatever the case is.
You want to hit my hands?
But here's the thing though, Mike. But here's the thing though.
Because
Right?
that's what happened to my wife.
Just to prove that they went the extra mile on me, right? Because nobody else gets fired for that bullshit, for a fucking bar fight. Nobody, you get jammed up for a while.
Everyone handles the situation differently.
Okay.
If you talk to the old Mike,
What would
the
you do?
teenage Mike,
Yeah, what would
if somebody
teenage Mike
did that
do?
to my girl, I'll act accordingly
Okay,
in one way.
which is what?
But if you talk
Which
to
is
the
what?
Mike,
Which is what? Tell me.
let me finish.
No, tell me, what is it?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
But if you talk to the Mike who's an NYPD cop, which a true story. I was walking with my wife to a wedding. We were going to a wedding, and we had to go to Mulberry Street. It just so happened the Italian festival was going on.
Right.
Right.
St. Geno's.
Yep.
Okay.
And there was a lot of people there with their stands, you know, selling their whatever, sausages, cannoli, whatever. In order to get into the restaurant, we had to go in between the booth. One Italian guy, he grabbed her by the arm. I mean, she's like 85 pounds. Grabbed her by the arm, off the sidewalk, puts her back into the street where all the people were, and yells out that she shouldn't be passing through there, that she should be going around where the crosswalk is. If I was an impulsive guy, the teenage Mike would do one thing, but now I'm an NYPD off duty, I'm going to a wedding. Now I'm gonna do it a different way. I walk up to him, I said, apologize to her, or you're gonna get arrested. He didn't know I was a cop. I didn't ID to him that I was a cop. You know, he's acting like he's a big shot, right? Basically dismissed what I said. Okay. So I called 911. The 5th precinct came over, pulled the cops to the side, identified myself. Of course, Blue is gonna back the Blue. I said, I want this guy arrested.
For what? Did she have injuries?
She's complaining of pain. Just like, did that guy have injuries?
Yeah, no, he didn't have no injuries.
Forcibly grabbing her?
He didn't. No,
So,
I'm saying the
so
guy
now
that got punched by me,
it's a
he
boy-
didn't have any injuries.
So
There was
now-
no injuries.
So me and the 2 cops are deciding what to charge the guy with. Before we got to that point, they went to the guy and said, you better apologize to the girl. Otherwise, there's going to be an arrest made.
That's different.
Remember, this was in the 90s.
Okay, but this is different. This is different.
No. I'm just telling you what happened. Went up to the guy. I said, make sure you sincerely apologize to her, okay? And the guy had to apologize to her, and we just walked right where we were going to walk.
I understand.
Anyway.
I understand you.
Here's the thing. That you can act one way, or you can act now. If I get into a fight with the guy, I'm at a disadvantage now, right? I'm at risk of losing my job now, right? But I played it, I handled it differently. I did not act impulsively.
I understand.
That
I understand.
the
I see your
20-year-old
point.
Mike would act.
I see your point, Mike. But